This is a crowd of employees, investors, stakeholders, and the literal founder of the Posse Foundation, one of the most prestigious scholarship organizations in the entire world. And that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here. So basically, I was chosen out of a bunch of Chicagoland area kids who are going through the college app process, selected by Posse, to speak up and share my message. As you can see by my beautiful turban, I was rocking the Cornell Big Red as I walked up to the stage, sweating bullets and terrified that I would not sound good or I would say something weird or I would mess up in front of all these high profile individuals. And then out of nowhere, it started, and my guy introduced us.
Posse has been around for 22 years. And in that time, we've been able to build amazing intergenerational communities when it comes to scholars and alumni. So with that being said, we've had you all come here to represent that ever-growing network to this day. Sound good? All right.
I literally cannot even look up because in front of me are such high profile individuals. I was doubting myself the most up until this point, and I couldn't even bring myself to look at the crowd. I was so scared.
Good evening, everyone. It's truly a pleasure to be in the same room as all you individuals. My name is Anmol Singh. I'm currently an incoming freshman at Cornell University and PCT scholar. I'm from Logan Square, and I go to Northside College Prep. I'm thinking of studying computer science and statistics.
Wow, that was a lot of applause. At this point, going through my head, I'm thinking, wow, that wasn't that bad. Maybe I got this. And then when I was asked this first question, I was able to speak on something that I was truly passionate about.
So for starters, besides getting Posse, what are you most proud of in your life so far?
I think besides getting Posse, I think it's really simple. I think it's being a brother. My brother currently, he's 5 years old, and I don't think I knew true responsibility before taking care of him. Like having to change his diapers, staying up at 3 o'clock, hearing him scream and yell and shout, and now like seeing him grow up, I think that's where true responsibility, true love, true care, true family comes from. So being a brother is certainly the thing that I'm most proud of.
Man, I wasn't even trying to tell any jokes for real, but the audience was just so engaged and they were so thoughtful and they were so present in that moment. It made me feel so valued as an individual while I was speaking. Everybody truly seemed like they cared about what I had to say, which I'm so grateful for now. So this next answer, I was able to pour even more of my heart into because I had gained trust from the crowd and the crowd had realized that what I had to say was really important.
So I'm curious to hear from Amal and Claudio. What gets you two excited about college?
I would say for me, the thing that excites me about college is the fact that it's college. I think the reality is there's nobody in my entire family history who's gone to a four-year university in the United States. And the fact that I'm able to break that and
There was this really engaged gentleman in the crowd who was cheering me on and hyping me up after saying that because, to be honest, it really is intimidating to say that in front of a crowd of really successful millionaires. So shout out to him for doing that.
and finally be somebody and set a new standard for my family and pay off all the hard work that my family has done for centuries. And now being in this position, that's what excites me about college.
Bro, you could see that I was feeling myself after that one. But the reality is I just set a goal and I achieved it. So now I'm going bigger and better with my goals so I can reach and impact more people. This next question is really important to me.
What do you remember about that Zoom call? And Mal, I think you also had a story you'd like to share with us for this question.
It's a real interesting story. So my mom went out. She was like, "You better do the dishes before I come home." And I did not do those dishes. So I was rushing to do the dishes. I finally got them done. I checked my phone, and it's a text from one of the people, Joey. Joey, shout out Joey. It was a text from Joey from my interview. Who's like, "We have a few questions for you," and Joey and Eliana, they're like, "Oh, you got this scholarship." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness!" Like. A million thoughts are racing through my mind, and I hear the doorbell ringing, and that's my mom at the door. She just told me to do the dishes. I did the dishes. She's super mad at me. I opened the door. I'm like, "Mom, I got the scholarship." She does a 180. She starts yelling at me. She's like, "Oh my goodness, really?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then probably one of the most stressful, but also one of the so many emotions. 5 minutes at a time.
I'm sure y'all can relate to doing your chores last minute. I'm glad we were able to lighten the mood with that one. But now, this answer was the best answer that I had. And I'm truly so humbled and so grateful that I was able to share this perspective with all of the people in that crowd, because it won several rounds of applause, cheers, and even a few tears from the audience.
Who is someone that inspires you, and why?
Someone that inspired me is somebody in this room right now. My father. I brought him with me here today because I really wanted to show him that his hard work had paid off. I see him leave for work every single day. I see him leave for work every single day, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, and he's working overtime. He takes every overtime shift he can. He works so hard to provide for us. The fact that I'm sitting up here, able to say that I got this scholarship, you don't need to worry about it. I have people with me, you don't need to worry about it. I'm doing this for you, you don't need to worry about it. He inspires me every single day, just by him doing
A shout out to every single parent in this world, man. So many people came up to me later saying that they resonated with the story of my father, but really every parent who does everything to give their child a great life deserves to be shouted out. Having gratitude for the individuals who bring you up is how we can all rise higher and grow together. A shout out to my dad for holding the camera, but more importantly for providing for our whole family since day one. Chase your dreams, guys. You never know which one of them might come true.